morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? Welcome to my live. Thank you for joining me this beautiful morning. Welcome to Yoyo's World. Thank you for being here. As you come in, don't forget to like the live stream. Don't forget to share. And don't forget to contribute in the comment section. So today, we are discussing a jaw-dropping, conversation. A shocking one for that. And there are so many lessons we need to learn from today's conversation. So come on in, and as you come, like I said, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and join the conversation. Okay? All right. Let me share myself out as I'm urging you to share. Let me as well share myself out. Gosh, today's story should be an eye opener to a lot of us, and at the same time, a time for women to sit up and learn. Are you there on social media laughing at those that their marriages failed? Are you mocking them thinking it's their own fault or evolution that their marriage failed? Are you there thinking that you've got it figured out in marriage, that your husband is the almighty Prince Charming who has no fault? Are you that woman that lifts your husband on your shoulder and let the world know how wonderful he is? It is good to appreciate your partner. It is good. But before you go on boasting and then using that your partner to make mockery of others, get ready for what is going to wire you. Are you there, using your situation to make other women believe that this is the better life, a better lifestyle? There are so many things, like I said, to learn from today's conversation. Women, wives, let's be careful. Do not, I now ask again on my title, do you carry your husband on the head? Get in here. We are talking about a story of a very beautiful woman, a content creator, a love coach, if I will put it that way, love coach, who specializes in educating women how to be a submissive wife and how to be a trophy wife. She first of all bared her life saying how she got pregnant at 17 and all of that, had another baby, and she then realized she wasn't attracting the right man towards her. And she started replanning, re-strategizing, and then position herself in a way to attract providers. On her videos, she has been educating women how to attract a provider husband, a provider man. Eventually, she got a provider man who provides everything she needs, gives her luxury and comfort. But little did she know, there were some monstrous things behind those facade. Guys, this woman's story is jaw-dropping. This woman's story is that you that is listening to me, that me that is talking, we need to learn. In some of my previous live stream, especially when the information that Mr. Koro Obidi was doing a bend over, when he came out, I asked this question to my audience. At what point can you ever figure out your partner? Can you say, okay, after 5, 10 years or 15, 20 years in a relationship or marriage, you can say your partner, yeah, this is his lifestyle, this is how he goes? I don't think I got an answer to that, because people say you never can know. Look at this beautiful woman. You saw her picture on my thumbnail. Tell me, what else should a man be looking for in a woman, in anything feminine that is not in that woman? She's well put together and she's submissive wife. From her teaching, you understand where where she stands. Don't talk too loud. Don't ask too much. Don't talk too much. Don't be seen to be overly demanding. Don't expect expensive gifts when you start dating. All of those things to attract and keep a man. She got all of them figured out. But what happened to her case? Welcome to my live stream, all of you. My name is Oyoyo. In case you're meeting me for the first time, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share and don't forget to contribute in the comment section. And welcome Entertainment's Daily OK Facebook. Yay! So, guys, if you're watching me from Facebook, Entertainment's Daily is a beautiful analyzer, beautiful reactor, beautiful content creator. Check her out on Facebook, and also you get to hear a lot of her from YouTube. Okay. So, what am I talking about? This beautiful woman. Her story is jaw dropping. Her story is crazy. Her story will leave you thinking overnight. It's going to keep you awake. This woman that figured out how to attract a provider husband, she figured out how to be submissive, how to not talk too loud, not talk over your man, how to allow him, whatever he says is kind of final. You know that she kind of figured everything out. What men want to see a woman submissive. All right, it's okay, honey. Is that how you want it done? Let's go that way. And you talk gently. You don't talk like a yo-yo, okay? Because my voice is loud. So you talk gently, you don't yell or scream at your man. She got all those things figured out. Little did she know that she was married to a monster. What are you talking about, Oyoyo? No, tell me how else I can define it. Tell me how else. This woman says she came back and on trying to give her 4-year-old child a bath, she realized her baby was sore and sensitive and red down there. A 4-year-old child. So she was like, what could have happened to my baby? She has been with, did she go out? Did anybody in the house touch her? What? The last thing you'll be expecting is to hear that is your own husband that touched your baby. Women, we all should be careful. We all should be careful. That would be the last thing you want to hear. That your darling husband, your provider man, the one that you've been very submissive to, the one that you allowed to make all the decisions and you run with whatever decision she said is final, is the one touching your child. What a nightmare. You know, sometimes it's good to visualize, it's good to imagine things, to play a scenario case. Put that woman in your shoes. Then you'll be able to understand her shock. You'll be able to understand the height of her disappointment and level of nightmare. Imagine it to be you. You came back home and your baby, you wanted to give your baby a bath, only for you to discover that she was red down there. She was very sensitive. Maybe she was kind of cringing when you were trying to remove the diaper or change her panties. Then you now pop the question, honey, what happened? Did anybody touch you? And lo and behold, your 4-year-old will tell you, Daddy did. Imagine how you're going to feel. First of all, will be shock. Because, especially for a very beautiful woman, right? Who felt that her husband was the almighty know it all, almighty perfect gentleman. According to this woman, she said the man was a good Christian. That's what she felt. He portrayed himself as a good Christian. How many times have they used this word, Christianity, to deceive people? I keep saying Christianity is a relationship between you and God. Don't think going to church, that is a church goer, is what Christianity is all about. Is not. Is that relationship, that respect you have between for God, that honor you want to give, how you want to live to be like Christ, that personal connection and personal relationship. Get to know God better yourself. Don't believe anybody you say, oh yeah, I'm a born again, I'm a Christian. No. Think again. And this woman said she got engaged and married within one week. Will you say that was a very hush one? I will say yes. I've said it here. Times without number. Women, before you commit, do a criminal background check. Find out something about this person you want to do forever with, you want to have children with. This woman just gave birth to a child for this her husband. And I believe they fathered the 2-year-old in the family together. By the time she realized, okay, daddy was the one that touched you there, she was shocked. She was paranoid. She didn't know what to do. The next thing that came to her mind was to find a way to excuse herself out of the house and get her child medically checked. One thing a smart woman would do is what this woman did. And I must give her credit for taking those actions. Some women, because of what they stand to benefit in that relationship, we pretend, oh, maybe my daughter is just hallucinating. Maybe she doesn't know what she's talking about. And they will now cover up because of all the financial benefit they are getting from that relationship. But this woman did a wise woman thing and found her way to leave the house. The man had gone out to pick the bigger kids from school. On returning, she kind of excused herself that they want to go and buy Halloween costume. That was what gave her ample time to whisk all her children away from the house and look for hospital. On getting to the hospital, of course, they would do what they call RAPE kits, rape kits. The first hospital from her story did not check out. They were not doing physical exam. They went to the second hospital. And at this point, she has gotten the police involved. They went to the second hospital, conducting the medical check. It was all checked that, yes, somebody violated this little child. And then when they now said, okay, that she wants them to examine their 2-year-old, it was the same thing. So right in her home, her all provider husband, the one she submitted to, she talked so nicely. She made believe that, yes, whatever they say is final, right? She was a love coach, teaching single women how to attract a provider husband. Little did she know that she has been living with a monster. She now started second guessing herself how and when those things were occurring that she did not know. This is a woman that says she's a product of RAPA. RAPE. That's how she came to be. So she must have told her story to this man. She said, as a young person, her family member also did a number on her, violated her. So, based on her childhood experience and how she came to be as a human being, she has always been very careful, watching out for her children, not knowing that she's supposed to have started watching from the inside. When guests come, when you're around people that you're not very comfortable with, you're always very, especially careful with your children. This trophy wife says she was paying attention like a hawk, protecting her children. Little did she know that where the protection should have come from was from the man in the house. Ladies, guys, can you imagine your 2-year-old, your 4-year-old going through this thing from the man's supposedly father and your so-called sweetheart, the angel of your life, the provider of your life? How would you process it? How? This is time for women, all of us, to be extremely careful. Don't think, yeah, because you said I do, that person is seeing you and your children the way it's supposed to be. Don't. Let me welcome all of you. Thank you, all of you that came in here. All of you, thank you. AB, thank you for joining me today. Efe, good morning to you, beautiful. Entertainment Day said seriously. Joanne, thank you for joining me today. Entertainment said, I wonder what that sick man was thinking. This one is beyond sick. I don't even know if there is any other thing. It's a monster. Christianity, of course. They will come all in the name because they are gift donors in the church. The pastors will recognize them. They contribute. After all, he has big wallets. He's a provider husband. And on Sunday, they will wear their silk tie and all of that, dress nicely, sit in the front row, and you will think and be raising their hands. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. You will think this person has respect. Lo and behold, that is not the case. That is not the case. Q Lady B, thank you for joining me today. Jojo, thank you for being here. Entertainment is now on Facebook. So, Joe, please check her out, okay? He has money to pay. Exactly. If the beautiful woman in his home was not enough, why not go and look for adults? Why not go and look for adult women? Why babies, toddlers? I heard the story yesterday. I watched the story yesterday. I went all the way to look out for this woman on Instagram. I went all the way to look out for her on social media. I watched 3 of her videos yesterday because there are some things you hear, you will not believe it. You try to, you know, tell your conscience that this is what really happened. You try to talk to yourself. Yeah, if she's sharing it, it really happened. Because you like, no, human beings cannot be this wicked. But indeed, they are. A woman that felt, yeah, I'm a trophy wife. And she was celebrating the fact that she was a trophy wife. The man put you there to cover up his evil acts. By the time anybody looks at his wife, oh, what a beautiful wife you have, he has no other needs. This one satisfies all the need. Women, please, let's buckle up. Let's buckle up. You know, when they talked about Agege in Nigeria, a lot of women start asking their husbands questions. Yeah, it was asking those questions. It was being vigilant. It was checking out at all times. If it means getting up in the middle of the night to go and check again, do. Take the extra measures. Give your kids a bath. Find out what is going on with them. It's not even a house nanny or a house boy or a gardener or driver. It's the father. How sick can one be? The father, your husband. How sick can a man be? We talked about the bend over guy the other day. And this bend over guy has 2 daughters. Let's be waking up. Let's be doing due diligence. When your child comes back, make sure you try to give them a bath. Remove the panties, examine, check everywhere. As I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to all of us. Let's be extremely careful. The days are evil. The world we live in, you cannot vouch for anybody except yourself. You can't. I've seen as a content creator, I've seen content creators here come and give their husbands accolade upon accolade upon accolade upon accolade. At the end of the day, those men disappointed them. It's time for us to learn. And I've seen people come to laugh at people's husband and people's marriages, not knowing that their house was not even together. They were first to go for divorce. Those laughing and posing, mocking others with their husband, not knowing that their house was burning at the time. Let's drop all this pretense and let's focus on reality. So that when you come as a content creator to make a content, tell people the truth. Don't come camouflaging as though you got it all figured out. It's only God that has it all figured out. As a human being, we know nothing. That man you think you know might disappoint you. The only person that can never disappoint is God. Let us stop presenting them as, mighty and whatever. Your husband has flaws because he's a human being. Those that laughed at people, mocked people before our eyes on YouTube, they got divorced before those that they mocked. Those that mocked are still in marriages. So let's learn. When things are happening to others, is a call for you to learn, call for action. Be upfront and tell people the truth. Let them be watchful. The story of this trophy wife is enough to make you think. She has been celebrating being a trophy wife, marrying a provider husband who puts food on the table, sponsor the luxurious life she's enjoying, living in the mansion, having all the maids and everything to help her with life, teaching women how to be feminine, not how to scream and yell at their husband, how to be submissive, how to attract a man with big pockets. She got a man with big pockets. That same man was in that same house doing things to their children. How sick can that person be? Put yourself in this woman's shoes. When I came to the US the first time, that was, I think, a year after Casey Anthony's story was making news. It was huge news. Casey Anthony, how they did this to their child, to the point that she and her boyfriend buried the child and used cement to cover up the place. They were looking for the child. Even she was looking for her own child. This woman did what till tomorrow I will respect her for doing. She said because of what she personally went through, she was a product of what? RAPA. And she didn't want that to happen to any of her children. She was also rough handled, but I don't want to say those words because I'm already saying too much because of guidelines. By her relative, a married neighbor also did something to her as a young person. She was very careful watching her children when they're around friends, around family friends, around people, around extended family. Not knowing she was also supposed to be watching in the house. How would you ever believe that the man you called your husband, the man you say, I love you, the man you feed and share the same bed with, could sneak out in the night to go to your little girl's room? How? And you kind of trusted him because he claimed to be a Christian. What kind of world are we living in? Things are happening every day that you begin to question. Is rapture coming the next minute? How sick can a man be? This trophy husband, the husband of the trophy wife. What are we learning from all these stories I'm sharing here? I've shared Cora's story for a long time now. What have we learned about it? Some people are still falling into that same mistake. When you see red flag, recognize it and vanish. Thank you guys for joining today. Nasia, thank you for coming. Good morning. Caught you live. I'm tired of watching replay. Oh, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I really appreciate you. And she's also my member. If you love the things I share here, if you love my analysis and my point of view, join my membership on YouTube to support me, okay? And follow me, subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notification bell to get the notification whenever I go live. Are we learning something? If all these things we've been sharing, if you haven't learned anything from Cora's story, I think you're not watching Oyoyo. If you haven't learned anything, there are several lessons from Cora's story. Now, this woman, what are you learning? The man that was the provider, the man that was, yeah, no, you can't let this kind of man go away. He will yearn for you because of the way you submit to him, because of the way you talk to him. You don't talk back at him. You agree, let his words be the final word. After she has done all of this, this is what the man is paying her back with. Getting involved with their children. That is what she gets in return for being a submissive wife, for talking nicely at the man, for honoring the husband, lifting him above and beyond. What did she get in return? Men, what can we women ever do to please you guys? This woman is a perfect looking, beautiful woman. She's still slim. She's beautiful. She's clean. She talks about how to keep your body, your feminine body clean, down there, up there, everywhere, behind. There was nothing she hasn't taught her taught to young single women out there. What she does, how she attracts her husband, how she makes him go gaga. Upon all of that, this is what she gets in return. But I have a question because right now she's doing a GoFundMe. If you have money, please donate to her GoFundMe. And that brings me to my next conversation here. He was a provider husband. Weren't you saving money and keeping aside to establish yourself financially? Why do women keep making this mistake? Why? You married a provider husband that can buy you Hem's bag, that can buy you luxurious things. Weren't you putting money aside? She's seeking for GoFundMe because she's starting all over. So, although, because she was pregnant for 9 months and they just welcomed a baby, so that marriage would have been maybe more than a year or two, or more than two, because you know what? Yeah, their daughter together is 2 years. So, more than two. Wasn't she saving something aside? Women, if your husband says you should not work, I am capable to take care of the family, you look after the children, make sure you're placed on a salary and save your money. Because of what? For the rainy day. This life is not guaranteed. Don't think, yes, you ask Master Jesus, this is how it's going to be. Anything can happen to anybody. Anything. Entertainment says she is very beautiful. What is he looking for in babies? Exactly. Exactly. Welcome, my sugar mommy. Good afternoon. Joe, who is your sugar mommy this afternoon? Jennifer, thank you for joining me today. Thank you. I don't know how to heal from that kind of trauma. Joe, honestly, Faith in Kendallin, thank you for joining as well. Thank you guys for being here. All of you. Joanne said, I think now when these children are going to be parents, when they are separated, needs to be examined before and after. All of them need therapy. People in the comment section were actually giving her some good advice, and some were giving her basbos as well. There were some good advice I saw from the comment section. Somebody said, do not, anybody that comes with this camouflage, I'm a Christian, make sure you go extra vigilant with such people. That's how they come, especially when you see them as money bags, those with big wallet coming to find out things, dig deeper. Women, how many times have I said it here? If you do criminal background check, you will be able to find one or two. If your employer would do criminal background check on you, who are you not to do criminal background check for somebody you want to do forever with? Do that. Check this person out. You'll be talking to you, did you do that? Yes, of course. I can't tell you what I haven't done. And I was just a JJC when I came, but I was smart enough to check the person out online to see what I can find. By the time I start dropping names to my husband, he say, how did you know about this person? How did you know about, how have you met my relatives before? Do your job. Don't be carried away with the beauties and the money. Do your job. Save yourself from sorry situation. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I took that few minutes off. Sorry, sorry, sorry. All right, let me continue with the comment. Joe said, but that man self, if na Konji de Holam, can't he just hire Olusho and pour and, pour and stand up? Why they not say? Joe, it's too early. It's too early. I don't even know why she will be celebrating something as terrible as a trophy wife. See, entertainment. The thing is, a lot of people have gone through a lot of things in their life. So when they see a little opposite of what life was for them, they try to celebrate that. But to be honest with you, I don't think any people should be celebrating being a trophy wife, because if you look at it, your decision does not add value. Your decision is not appreciated. Whatever the man says is final. Then what are you contributing into the home? Just sitting there looking pretty, or are you just a furniture? So, but she felt it was, and with this new generation that want easy money, fast money, it was easy for her to sell that. It was easy. She has people listening to her. Her page was about 50 something thousand. That video of her revealing what happened in her marriage has gotten over 1.9 million views in 5 days. Okay. Now a lot of people are beginning to follow her. Her life has changed because of this. And this is going to teach all women, before you come celebrating that you're mister. I've seen it here on YouTube. I've seen on YouTube people were having their personal problems, but they were laughing at other people's husbands, mocking their marriages, while their own was shaking. I've seen it here on YouTube. People say, yeah, my husband, this, da, 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 my amazing. Yeah, there is not no error praising the person. But when you're doing so, don't think that's the yardstick for everybody. Don't use it to mock other people. Who will believe that this provider husband that got it all figured out will treat his trophy wife like this? Who will ever believe that? Who? As a trophy wife, you can't save money. Oh, entertainment. If you're still here, please tell me why you said that. You can't save money. Why? Because you don't have the bank account? Why can't you save money as a trophy wife? You're just sitting at home, looking beautiful, submitting for to everything the man says. Your decision is not utilized, is not relevant. You understand? The man provides for you. Why can't you save money? Please enlighten me, Entertainment's Daily, on that comment you made. The men will make sure you keep depending on them. Okay, I can't advise my woman to even do full housewife, and we won't we would not have the discussion from the start. We would have the discussion from the start, and if we say that's what she wants, if she says that's what she wants, we go separate ways. Wow, that's serious, Joe. That is really serious. Jennifer Kingsley, na me now. I know say you, I think Joe is talking to Jennifer. Oh, you are a breath of fresh air. Thank you for educating women on what to do before settling down. Thank you so much, Joanne. This goes a long way. It goes a long way, honestly. It goes a long way. So, Joanne, thank you for this comment. It goes a long way. Sincerely speaking, let us be careful. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. Conducting even Google search about your man is important. If you now want to go a step further, do criminal background check. You're not going to stay for 2 days with this person. You want to do forever. Before you commit, find out things. When you notice red flags, then let your suspicion be times 10. This woman said in her confessional video that when she got into the marriage, she started noticing things. He started changing up a little bit. But she did not know it was to this extent. If she had done the due diligence, she would have found out the reason why this money bag was still single, because he must have gone through other women. The criminal background check would have linked him to other women this man must have gone through. And people go extra mile to finding out if the other women ever said something about their exes. Do yourself some good. Oyoyo cannot say this every day and you not learn. Find out who you want to commit with. The world we live in is no longer surprising. It's no longer shocking. That is the reality. These things happen to people we have seen, people we know, people we interacted with, people we watch on TVs, on social media. These things are happening. Yesterday on Entertainment Daily, they were like, if you were in Nigeria, they happen also in Nigeria. But I've never seen one happening to his own child, doing that to his child. Rather, it will be somebody's child, neighbor's children, those little girls that sell things in the street. It happens. The world we live in is the reality of the generation that is beginning to unfold. These things are happening. There was a case of last month in October about a man, 45-year-old man, what he did in Akwa Ibom to a little girl of, was he 18 months or whatever. And he wanted to suppress it. The youth of the community now said no. They laid siege until they got him. So don't think it's not happening. Don't think it's Oyibo people's thing. It's happening everywhere. It's left for you as a wife to be vigilant. It's left for you as a woman to do due diligence before you commit. Nobody should excuse anybody this time. These things are happening every day. The one thing I applaud this woman for doing was taking the initiative to go conduct what is supposedly called rape kits. That's the hospital are going to examine the child or the person to be able to determine if anything happened to the child. And she did that. She did not look away when her daughter said, Daddy, this to me. She followed through. Are you that kind of woman that will believe your child when they come to you saying, Mommy, this is what this person did to me? Or are you going to shove your child and say, hey, your father cannot do such a thing? Just go. What are you talking about? She believed her 4-year-old. She acted swiftly. She whisked them, all of them, out of the house. She got the authorities involved. She went to the hospital. These are action a woman that is eager to protect her children should take. Don't start thinking about the Hems bag, the yacht trip, the luxury vacation. Know your self-worth as a woman. And if you value your children, that is the time for you to start doing the right thing. The time for you to start being a watchdog for your children. Because if your children are violated, what else are you living for? It's going to destroy you, traumatize you. Think about it. Look out for yourself while you look out for your children. Give me one second. Sorry, guys, it's very difficult doing live stream in the morning because you have to also make sure you get the case ready, things like that. But I needed to do this because it was so heartbreaking when I watched the story yesterday. So I needed to do this. My audience are women from 18 years old to 65. These are my audience here. Women, I have grandmas, I have mothers, I have single people. My audience, women. Why are we not being careful? Let us learn from these things. Let us learn from people's problems, from people's mistakes, from people's stories. Don't wait until you're counted as number before you start doing anything. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait, please. Don't wait. Do something on time before you say, I do. Protect yourself. Save yourself from problems. Save yourself from problems. I'm talking to all my audience. My audience are women. My audience are women. At least I have over 89% women in my audience. And the age bracket is from 18 to 65. So if you're a grandma coming to watch this video, ask your grandchildren's question. If you're a mother, be vigilant, especially with your children. And don't just say, okay, no, my girl, no, all your children, the girls and the boys. Today's world is different from what it used to be when we were kids. Don't think boys don't also get violated. They do. So protect your children. Protect your children. To be honest with you, if you watch this woman's story, Trophy Wife, if you type her on YouTube, her story is on YouTube. It's over 1.8 million as we speak. So you can easily find her. I think her channel name is Isis. That's her channel name. Isis. So please, let us learn. Let us learn. Just type her, you see the video 5 days ago is 1.8 million. She has gotten over 5,000 subscribers from that video because people are still to believe that this woman that have trained or teaching women on how to be submissive, how to be feminine, how to, allow their men to be men, ended up telling an opposite story, 360 degrees kind of story, that the man, her provider husband, is actually a monster. She said she got engaged and married within 1 week. Why the hurry? 1 week. Why the hurry? Even if it's Vegas marriage, they usually divorce the next day after the alcohol is already off their brains. They'll get married in the night and divorce the next day. So please, let us be kind to ourselves. Let us protect ourselves and our children. I never wanted this live stream to be this long. I wanted it to be 30 minutes. I took a break in between, which I'm going to adjust on YouTube. But if you come across this video, leave me your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you're learning from the things Oyoyo's word is saying here. I can only talk. I can't force you to do the right thing. But if truly you value your worth as a woman, value yourself as a human being, and love your children, your grandchildren, your sisters, your nieces, then you do something. Until you value your worth, you still do nothing. So value yourself. I can only share these stories to enlighten us, to open our eyes to the world that we live in, to be smarter than we were yesterday, to do the right thing for our sake, for ourselves, and the sake of our loved ones. But I cannot force you to do them. If he says, I'm sorry, Auntie you can't comment as I'm busy and listening with headphones. It's all right, beautiful. Auntie you, instead of saying, yeah, you can say, okay, grape, okay. I learned a new way to say it today. I learned a new way to say it. Hannah, thank you for joining today. I really appreciate all of you. So I'll be calling it a day. It's 7:55 a.m. my time. You can see I'm all dressed. It's just to put on my jacket and I'm headed to work. I'm going physically to office today. Interesting, right? So I will see you guys in the evening for another interesting conversation. But please let us learn what the trophy wife did after her daughter told her that daddy went down there is what every woman, every conscious woman, every woman that knows her self-worth should do. Don't be the case study of those that will believe their man more than they believe their little kids. This woman believed her daughter. She went away to get her examined so that the medical professionals can prove if it's true or her daughter is telling stories. Don't second guess your child. Believe them when they are telling you the truth. She did that, and I must commend her for taking those steps. I must commend her for taking those actions. Unfortunately, her provider husband failed her, but this time around, he will be finding it what in the big house, and his name with all the money bag will be in what registry. Of course, they are going to put her in the offenders registry register, the offenders register. So he's going to get it big time punishment because if law enforcement were involved and the doctors certified, so it's not going to go down well with this dude. And if he has been doing that to other women and other children, more stories will come up eventually from this story. So, as I tell you, do you love yourself enough? Do you love your children to protect them? Or are you bent on those luxury and the luxury lifestyle? Pick your choice. Your children, your responsibility. That's what God gave you to look after. Look after them. Man come, man go. If it works for you, celebrate it. If it's not working, do what? Pick your pieces, dust off the history, and march on looking after your children and yourself. Until I see you guys in my next one, be careful out there. Thank you, everyone.